Yes.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many blessings that you have given us. We ask now that you be with us as we receive the information from our leaders. Grant that we may also be good followers. In thy name we pray. Amen. Join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, Ken. You're welcome. All right, well, ladies, don't get too comfortable. We'll start with you so you don't have to leave around. Okay, so if you don't recognize the ladies to my right, they are with Premier and they work down in the clinic. We do have some changes coming to the clinic that take effect basically the 1st of, the 1st of December. So, who's talking today?
Me.
All right, well, come on up.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica.
Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning. It's afternoon.
Yes.
It's afternoon. Don't take me back to morning. So I'm the manager of the location downstairs, and you guys know Gina. She's the provider down there. It has been decided that in December, the clinic is going to be switching from a provider-based clinic to a nurse-based clinic. So you guys know Shannon, who's down there, right? You've seen her smiling face. So she's going to be manning the clinic for you guys for most of the time down there. And you will only see the providers here 1 day a week. And they're mainly going to be doing the HR onboarding for the new staff who's going to be coming in to see all of you. So what questions do you have for me?
That's the big question. Can you explain to them what's going to be different?
What is going to be different? Okay, so a nurse-based clinic is a lower acuity level clinic than what you're used to now, okay? So wound checks, bandage changes, those can still happen. You can still come down and get your blood pressure taken. I know that's a big thing for the residents here. And she'll still be able to do some point of care testing. So flu test, different stuff like that, strep, all those good things she can still do. She will not be able to prescribe. Okay, so that's probably the main difference, is that prescriptions won't be given through the clinic anymore. I see everybody shaking their head. Hi, do you want me to come back to you? Do you need the mic too? You want me to share?
No, I got a big mouth. What happens if you actually do get hurt? You guys, or am I misunderstanding you? You're not going to work on us?
Well, there's different levels of work, right? So think about, so she can definitely triage you, okay? When we talk about triage, come down, kind of do an assessment, figure out what's going on, and then get you where you need to go for the next level of care.
So they're going to send you to hospital anyway?
Potentially, if you need that.
Right.
If you need that, yes.
I think, Leon, to kind of help answer that, it depends on what you mean by like getting hurt. If you trip and you fall and you get a skin tear and you need someone to maybe take a look at it, bandage it up, yes. If you need sutures, you're going to have to go somewhere else because it's a nurse, not like a nurse practitioner or a physician. When we set this model up, we've had these conversations in the past, for those of you who have been here for a while. In order to keep amenities, there has to be a certain amount of volume because nobody works for free and you have to be able to make sure we pay the bills. Well, we're kind of at a point where we haven't been able to maintain a steady enough volume to maintain the cost of a provider here. Actually, since the inception, we've been making up that difference as a campus, hoping that we would eventually get to a point where the use of the clinic would exceed the amount needed to sustain the clinic. So we've not been able to do that. And that's good in a way, because that means that we're healthy and we didn't have a whole lot of need. So, right, so when there's not a lot of need, that's kind of good and kind of bad. It's good in the fact that there wasn't a lot of need, but it's bad in the fact that it's something that we can't continue to maintain, because at this point, the campus has been absorbing that cost to try to help offset. So we can no longer provide it at that level. So the transition from having a practitioner-based to a nurse-based, when they reviewed the cases that they had seen, because they track them all, they have a really nice system, tracks them all, and broke them down, it's going to serve the vast majority of the needs that had come through. But again, like she said, no prescriptions can be given, no lab draws, things like that can happen in the clinic. So if you
COVID
use
test.
the current lab, what's that?
COVID test.
They can do COVID tests, because those can be done by anybody. I mean, I give COVID tests, I take COVID tests, our employees do it. So COVID test, flu test, strep test.
Mono.
Well, is it not a UA, but a dip, right? They do the dip. So if you feel like you may have a UTI, they'll do a urine dip. So it's not a lab, it's not a send out for what's called a urinalysis, but it's a urine dip, which is like a Chem 10 or something like that test that let us know what maybe the levels are. If they're above a certain thing, then they're going to make a recommendation. You probably go see a doctor to be seen. So it's basic point of care testing, then the nurse model to have somebody there to kind of look things over for what we'll call first aid style injuries and cases. If you feel like you're having a heart attack, I'd call 911. If you think you had a stroke, I'd call 911. I wouldn't go to the clinic, things like that. But if it's a small injury or something, that'd be fine. If you're having radiating pain, things like that, I would probably recommend going to see a doctor than coming down and visiting a nurse or something like that.
What days are it open?
Same days, same times. I think the times are slightly different.
Well, actually, it's gonna switch a little bit, so it's gonna be 9 to noon, I believe, but it's gonna be Monday through Friday. So there's gonna be more access.
It's Monday through Friday now.
Right, so currently it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So it's gonna be Monday through Friday now, which is great. The hours are gonna reduce by 1 hour a day. Yeah.
I've heard people discussing the blood pressures, and they weren't really clear on, are there certain days you do, if you want your blood pressure checked, can they do it any of the days that you're here?
They
or
can.
certain days?
No, they can do it any day.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it's free?
that's free. Yeah,
A few weeks ago, I went in there with a little cut on my knee.
okay.
They put a bandage on it. I had a $65 copay.
Well, that's because you had an assessment and that's because you had a visit. Right, but this is gonna change, okay? So that $65 visit is not gonna happen anymore. So with this nurse model, it's gonna be better for you guys financially, which is great. Is this camera right on me?
Yes, it is.
It's going to be aired across campus.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Hi, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
I had a copay for a COVID test.
Yes, because you're seeing a provider, right?
Okay.
So that's gonna change a little bit. I mean, truly financially, this is gonna be
That's what
better
they do.
for you guys and for the campus too. Okay. What else? You guys gotta have more. Yeah.
You say it's going to change. When is it going to change?
It's gonna change the first week of December.
First week in December.
Yeah, that first Monday.
December 1st.
Yep.
Actually, I think it's about December 2nd.
I think it's December 2nd. Yeah. Yeah. Good questions. Come on, I need 3 more. No? Ladies in the front row? No, okay. Yes,
There's one.
you're number 1.
Okay, I had asked before if I had the COVID shot and if I was positive. They said they would phone the medication for that.
Okay.
Well, but now should nurses be able to do that?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, that's considered a prescription,
Okay.
right? So think about it like that. So the nurse will not be able to prescribe. Nurses across the board cannot prescribe. That's a provider level function. But she can, what she can do is help you get where you need to go to get that prescription.
Okay.
Okay.
question?
Second question.
If you're trying to save money, why are you going 5 days a week when you was only going 3 days a week before?
Well, that's a really good question. You want me to? I can answer it, but Tony may have to.
On the basic level, it's the cost difference between a nurse and a provider. That's the basic level. So in this model, we know that the provider, being here 3 days a week is one thing, but with the nursing model, Premier actually is able to come in and make that work and cover 5 days. So it's more access, maybe a little less capacity, but more access to a provider to come in and be seen. So it kind of a blend of, I don't want to say the best of both worlds because they're vastly different worlds, but it's a blend of we're able to keep the expense more controllable, but then offer more access, but that access is more limited on what they're able to do during that visit.
But I don't want you to be scared about that, right? I mean, when we were kind of doing the assessment on what the clinic is used for, by and large, the things that you guys are using it for, you're still going to be able to use it for that, okay? It's going to be, like Tony was saying, if you trip and fall and have something that needs a higher level of care, then that obviously, we're going to get you where you need to go. But those are the anomaly here. I mean, truly, it's used more for bandage changes and kind of wound checks and the blood pressure and different things like that. So I think that you guys will find that you're still able to use the clinic for probably 95% of the things that you need to. Third question? Come on, one more. Give me one more. It's Friday, it's a beautiful day, I need one more.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
Recently, I sprained my wrist. I went down there and she put a cuff on my wrist.
Okay.
Is that going to continue?
That will not.
That will not.
That will not.
Okay.
I mean, she can first aid, right? So she can't order an X-ray. So if
They
you
didn't take an
they didn't take an X-ray. Okay. All right. Gina, do you know if she'd be able to do that? That's I don't know. Standing orders, it would be first aid. So I would bet as long as you don't need an X-ray and there's not some other concerns for like medications that you're on, if you're on blood thinners or anything like that, she would be able to ACE rapid, she would be able to support you with that.
And she'd have the wrap there that she could provide.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Is that a copay?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You can run, but you can't hide.
He's good with this thing. All right, any more? I feel like I'm forcing him out of you.
I'm
Yeah.
actually confused about who's the bill for this. Is it Premier or is it the campus?
The campus.
Okay, and then how long will you be?
And we figured it out to be able to still have someone here. I mean, it just looks a little bit different for you.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Let's just sit here by you. All right, any more before I walk out the door? No?
You got your three. You got your
I
three
did.
questions.
I did. I actually have 4. Did you?
There you go.
That's awesome. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you for having us today.
Thank you.
I
Thanks for-
appreciate it.
Thank you for providing.
Aw, thank you. Are you getting that applause on there? You should like pan the audience. All right, you guys have a great weekend.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jessica. No, we're good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And we came in here with a 5-question limit and she took 4, so that works.
You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. All right, bye.
Okay, so I only have a couple things on my list. Got the holidays coming up. Obviously, we're already in November, and we got Thanksgiving around the corner. So I just wanted to ask, because I don't, although I've been here for it, I don't 100% always remember how things ended up the way they were. Long time ago, when we would do the resident Thanksgiving, we did the resident Thanksgiving on the Sunday prior to Thanksgiving Day. Do you guys remember that? And then, I don't exactly remember when it changed, but then we started doing the dinner on Thanksgiving Day. And this year, we still have it planned that way. And everyone's still good with that?
Yeah.
At the dinner? Okay, I just want to make sure, because like I said, it was a change. I still don't remember exactly when it happened. I think it happened during COVID, probably.
Yeah.
Not real sure.
We blame.
The last 4
blame
years
everything.
kind of been a blur, so I think that, but I just want to make sure we're okay with that, because I know we are going to bring back, because we used to do a Pathways Family Thanksgiving that Sunday, and we did the resident Thanksgiving, and then like the Grand Master and the Grand Line would come and be around, but they haven't been to any of those events since 2019 due to COVID. So I just want to make sure we're all okay still with keeping it on Thanksgiving Day, which is what we have planned for this year. And then we are going to do the Pathways Thanksgiving, as long as we don't have any big rash of COVID during that time, that Sunday before. So good. And then the resident Christmas party. So I'll own this one. We've had some internal communications about the date and when we're going to be doing it. We decided on December the 12th, and I think that's what was brought up at resident councils, right? Is that, okay, are we all good with December the 12th? Thursday? Yeah, we've routinely kept it on a Thursday. For no other reason than tradition, we tried to keep it on a Thursday. So I think we're okay with that. And we're good with December the 12th?
Yes.
Okay, I'm only asking because I messed up and told the community center the 19th. That one's on me, but we'll make sure we get that changed to December the 12th is the resident Christmas party. It just needs change on the calendar because everything else that we've done said the 12th. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to get those two things out of the way. Then the kind of the biggest thing I wanted to talk about are these little boards that we kind of sneakishly put up around the community center. I didn't know they were being put up so quick. I really wanted them all here, and then we were going to put them out and around. But has anybody noticed these boards kind of put around?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so now, like I said, I didn't know they were being put up quite yet. I wanted them for Coffee Connection, and then we could put them up. So we all know that we're talking about knocking down Iredell, which hopefully will happen here in the next 4 to 5 weeks. We'll start with that. But then building new buildings on the campus, if we get board approval and everything, that's in the works as well, along with other projects like the elevator and the parking garage, parking structures, not garage, and the transportation building coming down and moving over.
Next spring or so.
What's that?
That over there, it's got its right area. Not this year, not till spring maybe.
No, this year. We can get everything in line. That'll start this year.
Turn the shovel. Get the shovel.
Trying. We're working on it. So
Maybe I will see.
the same designer that is doing, working on the plans for the new building and that, she's also working on a Cunningham renovation that we're doing next year, and then the renovation of the community center, which we'll be doing next year. So we tied kind of everything together, and then what they did was they sent us they sent us pictures, I had the boards made, of the different areas. So they're kind of placed around in the areas at which they are designed for. So just kind of a little explanation of when you look at it, what you see. This microphone's the hardest part.
Now I see it.
Is like you'll see a depiction of the seat, and then it'll say back and then the seat. So that'll be, kind of the colors there. When they show a depiction of the table, you can see it there. You'll see the valance, the door covering, so those are the windows, new blinds and valances being made all around. This is kind of a layout of the room, how they're projecting like the amount of chairs that they want to purchase, so on and so forth. A new podium, and then the paints. And when you see paints, field paint is basically walls, right? So your walls, and then trim paint is the trim. So this is kind of like the setup for all of them when you kind of look around. So when you look at the dining room, You'll see some big changes in there. The salad bar coming out, banquette seating going in there, and some different things. New carpets going out throughout the whole building. So there's like one by the front door, kind of shows you what it looks like when it goes in there. The game, what we'll call the game room, which is over here, new communication boards, new lockers, tables, chairs, and then in the billiards room, you'll see new carpet, new paint, new trim, new furniture in there as well. So they're kind of all strategically placed around, give you an idea of kind of the layout. And I apologize, like when they sent me pictures and when I had them printed, they're not the best quality. I had to get them at Staples, and they're kind of fuzzy. Like when you look at these bigger ones, they're not always easy to see, but you'll get an idea of what the designer used for kind of the layout, so on and so forth. Obviously, table placement, stuff like that, that's up to us to do when it gets here. It's just what she used for counts.
How many different size tables will there be?
As far as tables, there's basically 3. There's like longer tables, then 4 foot by 4 foot, and then there's I think 2 foot by 3 foot for the 2-person tables, things like that.
It did away with a round table.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, there's one big round table in the back, in the corner. So there is one round table there.
Well, that's already taken, and everybody knows who's visitor.
Yeah. So I couldn't.
I think
I did forget that.
there's more than one.
What's that?
I think in the drawing, there's more than one.
There is more than one in the drawing? Well, I told her 1, but if she put more in, that's on her. Because I told her, I said, we have the 1 round table, so she may have put 2 in there. Has anyone ever worked with interior designers? I love them, but they interpret things. So they interpret our intentions, and that's great. I mean, Catalin's been wonderful to work with. She did a great job up at Western Reserve and things like that. So I didn't look that close, but there may be more than 1 round table in there. I know I gave her a list of what we were going to order, and then she kind of took it from there. But I do know, like, we did make some changes about things like the salad bar coming out, and then banquette seating going in there, which I think is going to be pretty nice. Just another, sooner than later, we are going to be shutting down the Iredale dining room because it can't be open during construction because we have to knock everything around it down. When that happens, we're putting a new ice machine over here, so we'll be turning off the big one that's on top. So we have an ice machine that sits on the counter that will be blocked by the walls, because I know that's a complaint, is the noise of that thing. When we've had different meetings and stuff here and we've used it, it is very loud and can overshadow a lot of things. So sooner, I'd say in the next few months here, the ice machine will be coming over here and replacing the one that's on top of the pop machine, which will help cut that noise down significantly. So that we don't have to wait for.
What are you going to do with all the white tables?
What's that?
What are you going to do with all these tables?
We use those for events. So they just get, yeah, they get kept. We'll keep them stored. These chairs and stuff will be replaced. We're going with more, basically the chairs in the dining room, the chairs over here, pretty much all be the same. That way when we have events, it's a lot easier to use the same chairs. They do stack and whatnot, so it'll be a lot easier to store them, but then the chairs will be a lot nicer all throughout the whole community center. So that'll be a big change. All right, no new updates on the elevator. Again, we're still pushing through and working on permitting and all that fun stuff. Just some things take time. The parking garages and that, we're moving along pretty well, and that with the parking lot. So hopefully we'll see these things come to fruition sooner than later. And really, that's all I had on my list, because I thought I was going to have, I was going to have another guest speaker, so I guess I can talk about it because she wasn't able to make it. So down in the beauty salon, when you visit the beauty salon, you do know now that they have an esthetician here as well. So now you have an esthetician. She does like facials and whatever estheticians do. It's not really my thing. So they have an esthetician, but they also just finally got Her name is Jo, but she's the masseuse. So she's now been added to their payroll, and her services are available. I was trying to get them to come here, but unfortunately they were unable to make it today. And so instead of waiting a month, I'll tell you now that they do have a masseuse. I do know it's $30 for 30 minutes. That's about all I can remember for a massage. We did buy a massage table that's elevated, like electrically, that goes up and down. So she will be utilizing one of those rooms. Actually, it was where Ohio Living had their office before. So now you have the beauty salon, they have the esthetician who utilizes that space, and then the masseuse. What I do not know is what her schedule will be. I don't know what days and that she'll be here, or what the availability will be. But I know that when Simone was here, for those of you who've been here since pre-COVID, Simone used to come here from P-Touch, and she only came up 1 day a week, right? And she had a pretty packed schedule. She never had any openings unless someone just didn't show. So I anticipate that we will, probably see that pick up as well. But I met with her last week. We got the room all set up, and I know they're ready to start booking massages. So stay tuned. I know when we get everything, we'll have Dave get it out on K4, so we all know what her times are and how to schedule the appointments.
And then the price list.
And the price list. Like I said, I know it's 30 minutes for $30, basically $1 a minute. I just don't know if there's any, do you get a discount past that? I don't know. I just remember $30 for 30 minutes. All right. Yep. Yeah, Jim.
For the salon, they used to have it on the SMC channel, and they raised the rates, and it was taken off. Are they going to be putting it back up there with a phone number?
Comes to me.
I don't know, Bill, why'd you take it off?
I took it off because I knew it was no longer correct on some things. So I'm waiting for a new.
So you just need updated pricing?
I need an update.
Okay.
As soon as I get it, I'll put it on.
And a phone number.
And the phone, I do have the phone number on top.
Yeah, I've got one.
Well, Bill, when I give you the rate, the menu for the masseuse, it'll have everything on it because they put it all on one flyer.
That's fine. But I can't use their fonts. It's too small. I gotta redo it.
All right. Okay, you're up.
All right. Okay, we got a few things coming up this month, starting Monday. But first I want to call out for, I see some new faces in here. I don't know if you've all got to say hi to the new residents that have been here. Judy, I don't think I've called you out yet, have I? Judy, you can stand up or raise your hand. This Judy Sheridan, she moved in down to 27C. 27C, that's Judy. Say hi to Judy. Cinda, I don't think I called you out yet, or have I?
The very first meeting.
Okay, you're excused. Now, but I got Pete back here. Pete Rangio, did I say it right? Pete lives in Scottish Rite. He just moved in too. So
nice to be here.
Those are my newbies here. So back to what's going on. We got our veterans program, which is Monday, November 11th. The program starts at 10:30. Lunch will follow
Here?
in the clubhouse.
Who's to attend besides vets?
I'm sorry?
Vets only?
No, just I'm getting to it.
Okay.
All are welcome. Okay, so I got with Stacy this morning to verify that part. So all are welcome. We will be probably grilling out. I don't know if it's hamburgers and hot dogs or whatever, but we will be serving food. Next Friday, we rescheduled our first responder pancake breakfast. So if you bought a ticket from the one that was scheduled September 27th, that ticket is valid, so just bring that ticket. If you didn't purchase a ticket yet, please go see Terry in the mailroom. Okay, she's got the tickets. But that pancake breakfast is from 8 to 10 and it's $5, so come out and support the first responders. We usually get a pretty good turnout from them coming here on campus. Then after that, we've got the Ohio State game against that team up north, which I'm sure we're going to be favored by at least 20.
Depends on this weekend.
Depends on this week, and well, Purdue's pretty bad. But that's at 11:30. We are going to have a chili cook-off. Anybody in here going to bring a chili? Because I didn't put a sign-up sheet out there. Got one? Two? Okay, we've got at least two. I got 4 or 5 judges already too. So, but we're going to do the chili cook-off. Please have your chili there by 11:30. Okay. Kickoff's at noon. We'll announce the winner at halftime. Next, we do have a Medicare event coming up on Tuesday, November 26th. That's at 1:30 in the clubhouse. So if you got any Medicare questions or confused about the changes, please show up for this. There will be light refreshments, and that is on Tuesday, November 26th in the clubhouse. Now, we're 1:30 in the clubhouse, sorry. Next, we're going to do the door decorating contest again. So this means people on Scottish Rite and the square, please decorate your entrances, and then the judges will be around. I forget when I put on that flyer. December 19th. Okay, that's when they will be judged. So you got till then to get your doors decorated. Winners will get a $25 gift card. And no repeat winners. Mary Cooper, where are you? No, you can still decorate. Peggy, you too. Okay. I think that was the 2, right? Yeah. Now I'm soliciting volunteers. We want to make SMC decorated a lot better for the holidays, like the lobbies, the common areas. So I'm looking for volunteers to help decorate. If you got a couple buddies that you want to work together with, we'll take you. We've got a lot of Christmas trees to put up, and we want to make it look festive this year inside the buildings, like Rickley, York Rite, Scottish Rite. So if you want to volunteer to help decorate, we'll supply all the decorations. We just need help putting them up. So get with me or Stacy. Okay, thank you, Jim. Other than that, that's about all I have.
That's it?
That's it. I think that's enough. I do have pineapples.
I only got one. There's only one here. You got it? Yep. Okay, well, we will do the Pineapple Award for this month. We did have 4 nominees, but 3 of them chose not to come. So, got it? Okay, I believe
It's at least.
all right, he's a repeat offender, so that's good, but Mr. Ken McGill.
Hey.
Now, I take nominations for this, so please let me know if you want to nominate someone.
Sandy, did you nominate Ken again? Just checking.
No.
You're so busy.
Sure. All right, well, I don't see him here. I ran into Don Muncie this morning, and he said American Airlines is flying him out to Dallas, Texas for the Dallas-Philadelphia Eagle game on Sunday. They're putting him and his daughter Diane up in a suite to watch the game. Then at halftime, he's going to be on the field. So they're supposed to be on CBS, so tune in, see if we get to see Don on national television on the Dallas Cowboys field at halftime. So it's pretty cool.
Has anybody watched Rob Gronkowski kick the field goal during a Super Bowl when he did? I bet you Mr. Muncie probably do better than that. That's horrible. Calls himself an athlete.
And we do have two people on top.
Yeah. All right. So we do have 2 residents who asked for some time, and Sandy, you're one, right? Okay, well, it's your time.
Eventually, you'll be done with me. I won't make any promises. Well, it's that time of year for our spring Christmas wreath festival. I've had a lot of donations this year. It's just going to be a whole different theme that I think of this year. But I'm glad that I'm here to do it, so that's it. On November the 29th, on a Friday, I've gotten this room, we're going to be decorating wreaths that people maybe just sponsored but didn't want to decorate. So if anybody would love to come, we would love to have you. If you've got anything you want to get rid of, bring it along to decorate with, because we could use it. We will have supplies, but if anybody has some that they want to do, maybe a theme, bring it along. If anybody's got a glue gun that they can lend for the day, bring it along, because we may be short of glue guns. The event is December 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're going to start decorating the clubhouse on Thursday, the 5th. Anybody that would like to help put up decorations and prepare the clubhouse, again, I could use all the help I can get. But Thursday, we won't start until 5 or about 6 o'clock in the evening. Friday is going to be all day. And then, no, Friday is until about 2, from 10 to 2. Friday's only a part day. Saturday is not decoration, but we're there all day. Anybody that just wants to come and shop, come on in, because we're going to have baked goods and we're going to have crafts. We have trees that'll be auctioned, wreaths that will be auctioned off. If anybody would like to donate a dozen cookies or a thing of fudge or any Christmas item that you might make, we can put it on our craft table or our sweets table for people to buy. And I would have to have those at the clubhouse by Friday. So we can set them out for Friday night and then all day Saturday. So any help I can get, I would love it. And it's a great time. We get tired, but we have a good time. So it's a good fellowship thing. And maybe we'll make enough money to buy a button for an elevator.
All right.
You forgot something.
You have questions?
Oh, what time do you want people here to decorate?
Oh, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. On Saturday, on Friday the 29th at 10 o'clock to decorate. Okay. And we got it all day.
They have it all day.
All day. You can
All
go
right.
decorate a wreath. Or
I'm not much of a decorator.
Well, you came and did something.
I made a bow.
Yeah, he made a bow.
That was my contribution.
Yes.
Yes, it was a good bow.
Well, people that climb are climbers. People that don't. So it doesn't matter. We have all kinds of things that we have to do. So it's all appropriate for anybody that comes. We'll find something. Well, I have flyers out on that. Yeah. All right. And all the flyers will be out soon. But yeah, they'll know that.
All right, Dave, so you asked for volunteers for decorating. Sandy's asking for volunteers for decorating, but hers is until the 6th. When do you need your volunteers?
Oh, that's right. We didn't even put
No.
as soon as possible. Right?
So he's saying we can warm them up,
Yeah.
practice decorating.
And if we like them, we'll take them.
There you go, there you go. All right, and then Mr. Tom Fisher?
Can we thank Jerry Ingram and his crew for putting flags on the veterans' graves down
Oh.
the cemetery?
Yeah. Jerry, did I see Jerry? She just, yep, there he is. Just wanted to say thank you to Jerry and the team for putting the flags out for Veterans Day coming up on Monday. Thank you.
I'm going to plug the Sprigs because my wife loved that little party they had on Friday night last year. I surely hope she feels well enough to go this year because Christmas is her time and my was that a nice event. There ought to be 3 times as many of us there this year.
We hope.
We hope.
We hope.
Well, I got 2 tickets coming.
Good,
So.
all right.
Anyhow, that's not why I'm here. I'm here for another thing. As most of you know, I am the president or chairman or whatever you call it of the Masonic Square Residents Council. And I didn't mean to be here this month to load up Tony's meeting this month. We'd have been here last month, but we kind of had a thing like COVID going around. So here we are, and let me tell you some of the backstory of what we're doing. We are attempting to hold a raffle. Now, what we are raffling off as the Masonic Square is lottery tickets. And we have received permission from Tony to hold our drawings at the Christmas dinner. So that's December 12th. And we have 2 prizes at each dinner. First prize is $200 worth of Ohio Lottery scratch-offs. Second prize is $50 worth of Ohio Lottery scratch-offs. And if you look around at scratch-offs, a $5 scratch-off has a top prize of $250,000 in most cases. So, yes.
Are you charging more for winning tickets?
I hope somebody gets a big one. I mean, in all truthfulness, I hope somebody gets a big one. We're a month later getting started, and we want to. But let me tell you why we need money. The Masonic Square Residents Council exists to, I guess, better the lives of the Villa residents and the Springfield Masonic community. All of our stuff doesn't get plowed in down over the hill. We provide, we try to welcome new neighbors. We try to have some social events. We provide opportunities for residents to input so we can talk to Tony. So historically, the only money we have had routinely is a $10 activity fee from the residents. That does not fund our activities. The records we have recently back to COVID, and we don't have them before COVID, haven't looked at it, that's not enough to fund it. How was it funded? It was funded by some donations from our residents. And some of them were significant donations. It was not uncommon to get $100. Last spring, we had our coffee and conversation, and we were talking about one item that we wanted to do better with. And I'm going to tell you what that one item is, and I'll tell you that the first thing I proposed for them, if we have a successful fundraiser, and that was literally to make a donation to the Employees Appreciation Fund.
Yes.
Now, for years, we have bought cookies here and bought cookies there, and when you buy cookies, do you give them to the maintenance people? Do you give them to the kids in the dining room? Where do you send them? Well, the employees have a fund to have their set of activities also. So we made that donation last year. We had people at our coffee and conversation that we didn't give them enough money. So all I will tell you is if we have a successful fundraiser, that'll be the first thing out of my mouth. Now, successful, we got the 500 ticket printed. And remember, the first prize is $200 worth of scratch off. Second prize is $50 worth of scratch off at each of the 2 dinners, 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock seating. So I'm not selling anything. I'm giving you an opportunity to support the Masonic Square people who, by extension, will support other activities around this campus. And I think the employees here are absolutely great.
Yes.
And we can't tip, so we have a very limited access, and I don't want to encourage anybody to tip them. Don't even offer to them. But this is what we want to do. How much we're going to give them, I can't tell you that. I don't know how successful we'll be. But we do need money. We cannot run the organization on the activities fee, and I don't like running it on people's donations. And I think we got their donation literally because some of our residents knew we were out of money and had nothing in the bank. So I would appreciate your support. Terry will have tickets as soon as I get over there. David has told us Terry would sell tickets for us. I expect to have tickets. There are several people around with tickets. I know we had our meeting Tuesday and we started distributing them. So if you would care to support the Residents Council and by extension some activities around the Springfield Masonic community, we would appreciate your support. Any questions?
How much?
They're $5 a ticket or 5 for 20. 5 for 20. Thank you. Yes, Kate?
Is this on the clubhouse or your clubhouse?
Pardon?
Which clubhouse is this being held at?
Well, there's nothing being held. We're going to draw it at the Christmas dinner here at the community center on December 12th. When Tony has his dinner, when they do, I presume when they do the introduction and they do the prayer, we will draw 2 names for lottery tickets. And quite truthfully, there's a potential for big money in those silly things. I hope somebody hits it big. That's a lot of scratch-offs. And I think we're going.
When do you buy the lottery tickets?
Well, you know, I was up to Kroger the other day and I asked that question. I said, do you always have plenty of lottery tickets around here? She said, oh, we do at Christmas time. Yes, we will have them here December 12th. Okay? We're going to buy them. We're going to buy them, divide them up, put $200 in this pile, $200 in this pile, $50 in this pile, and $50 in this pile. Label them 1, 1, 2, 2. If your name comes out, here you go. And each ticket has potential 4 chances to win because you're in for 4 drawings. Same ticket can't win twice. If it comes out, it comes out.
All right.
Thank you, Tony.
No problem. Thanks, Tom. So,
You can win twice.
yeah, I
12 more
do.
tickets.
I do want to say, he said you win $200 worth of lottery tickets. The proceeds are coming back to the, all the winnings are coming back to the council, right, Tom?
I've got people telling me they want to buy tickets for Spriggs or for other organizations. You don't have to buy it for yourself. If you don't want it, buy it for somebody else. We'll get you
All right. I think it's a great opportunity to, to support the resident council. The resident council, it's not an easy job. They represent the residents, they hold those meetings, there's actually work that's involved in there, and there are things that they want to do and things they want to enhance, and supporting the resident council, because the events committee does a lot of fundraisers and they have very successful fundraisers, and so they're trying to bring that in and help with the councils, because that's a very important part of kind of the governance and that on the campus. So please support them, and if you've noticed or seen lately on the news, Ohio's been hitting a lot of big lottery tickets. We've had a Powerball winner, and I just saw probably last week or the week before, the same convenience store sold 2 $500,000 scratch-off tickets. So that's some.
I'll be able to retire.
That's some good. Yeah, can you imagine him for a $500,000, a $5 scratch-off ticket? That would be nice, wouldn't it?
What would you say, Jim? Now you can retire?
No, I was thinking about the owners that sold those tickets, they get a pretty good cut.
Yeah, they do get a significant cut. That's what I've heard. All right. Well, Bev? You want to talk? All right.
All right. Talking about residence councils, if you were all, some of you from the apartments were at the apartment meeting where we talked about getting our resident council going again. And we're working on it, we're working on it. We're going to start in January. It's going to be the first Thursday of January, whatever that date is. And we're still looking for a secretary and a treasurer. And we do have a little bit of money, but we're not going to share it with the fellas. We're going to keep that for ourselves, and we'll find a project that we want to put our money to. So, if you're interested, see Dave or see me and volunteer to be a secretary or a treasurer, or hey, just all come on down.
What time?
All right.
What time?
What time are the meetings?
10 a.m.
10 o'clock.
10 a.m.
Nice. And my concern, if you have it at 10 a.m., does that conflict with Bible study?
It probably does, but there's more of us than there are of you. So you could have yours at 11 o'clock. Actually, probably 10:30, because over the years, I have found out residence councils don't last that long.
I don't know if I'm one of yours or one of theirs, but I was just concerned.
Yeah. We're gonna meet at 10, And I know there is a conflict, but
Is that the only day available for your meeting? Thursday?
That's the day it's always been.
Okay.
Why don't you have it at 1 o'clock?
and actually, that's what our bylaws say.
They could be changed.
We do have bylaws.
Yep.
And Robert's there, Robert Rules of Order, he helps us get through everything.
Bylaws can be changed too.
Oh, I've been through that once. Not again.
All right. Well, I probably didn't do you a whole lot of justice just sitting here talking about how hard they work. And then you asked for volunteers. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, that is all I think we have. All right. Well, there's no hands. So, Mr. McGill, will you send us on our way?
Our gracious Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for the opportunity of gathering together today. We thank You for the opportunity of sharing in our beliefs and in our actions. We ask now that You depart with us as we go our separate ways. In Thy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, everybody.